names. And,
Okay, so that's the petition.
Yes.
Would you read the petition to us, the wording on it?
okay. Right at the top here, where they sign
Okay,
their signatures.
just a paragraph.
Okay, we, the undersigned registered voters of the city of Iron Mountain Lake, desire to see the city dissolved and returned to the county of St. Francis in accordance with RSMO .79.49D .
Okay, and that's the extent of the petition. Okay, all right. Any questions?
Well, I think maybe, so when you were collecting the signatures on the petition, you read them, the statement you just told us, or was there more information, or this was, the petition is to disincorporate the lake property again?
And I said, I have a petition here to sign, if you would like to disincorporate dissolve the city of Iron Mountain Lake and return it to county. Would you like to sign it?
That's okay.
Okay.
She's asking.
No, I know
That's
that.
how you presented it.
Yes,
Right,
yes.
okay.
I'm not real clear if that was clear in the statement. I mean, it won't revert back to the county. It'll just become another unincorporated lake development.
Okay.
I mean, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
It'll be located in the county, but no different
That's
than
what
Lake Hannah or Lake Timberline or
That's-
Goose Creek or whatever.
Yeah, you may be responsible for like forming your own HOA, homeowners association.
I guess what I'm saying is the county won't assume any
Yeah.
liability,
Yeah.
responsibility that is currently served. But was that clear to everyone?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any questions here?
Lake of Iron Mountain Lake in order to pay dues. And that proceeding, it said that it was not attached to his property prior to him buying it, therefore he did not have to pay association dues. That's why the association originally failed.
Well, if I may clarify, I think that the point that I was trying to point out is, if this, in order to have an association or like Terrelac or any type of development, it has to be restrictions and covenants on the land. So if the city gets dissolved, it doesn't go back to a, it automatically go back to an association. It's just going to be property out there just like any other property. There's not going to be an automatic association. Even though there were restrictions on the land before, those restrictions were removed when the city came in, and those restrictions cannot be automatically put back on the land. So unless 100% of the landowners decide to put it back into a private development or association, there will be no association. There will be no private land development other than it'll just be part of the county just like anywhere else, because the previous restrictions don't automatically go back on land. They were already taken off. So that's to the extent that people, I think a lot of people thought that might go back into, obviously it's going to have a lake there, but that it would be actually an association automatically. I think clearly from my understanding of it, that those restrictions cannot be automatically put back on. So I think that was another misleading aspect of it.
You said 100%, is that a vote or is that agreement?
100%, every landowner has to have agree to have their property restricted. So it's like
100%.
And so that's 100% of the landowners who have to agree to put this restriction on their property. There was already restrictions on there way back when, but those have been removed. So, and I mean, the fact is, there's not going to be 100% of landowners who agree to have restrictions on their property.
If there is a dissolution, we clearly will not take over the roads as a county.
Yeah.
We won't take over the roads. I guess you fall under the sheriff's department jurisdiction, but you've got that travel time. There won't be someone assigned there. Someone has to take care of the roads. Someone has to take care of the debt that has been incurred on sewer and water, I guess. So all that has to be maintained by the group. Now, who sets this group up?
The people that set up the group is, you have to, the ideal situation is, just like they're lacking where else, you set up an association.
100%?
But you have to have 100% of the voters to do that. What I've seen happen before, like down in, I'm working down in Cherokee Pass right now, where they don't have an association, it's not a town, it's not anything, and the government ends up coming in, USDA, and says that this has to be run a certain way. You don't have the people to do it, and a lot of times they can charge penalties on the individual owners there because they don't have an association or somebody set up to run it, and they can take it over and run it, and then they do their, can charge, the fee for it type of thing. That's the least favorable route in my opinion, because the government doesn't want to get in there and be in charge of that, and there's fines and stuff associated with that. So I don't pretend to know all the answers. That's just what I've dealt with.
May I ask you a question? Yes. To the petition, ma'am, I don't remember your name offhand, I apologize. The purpose of the petition to begin with, what were, somebody unhappy with the city or unhappy with the way things are going, or think there's an alternative to the way it's being run, is that correct, or? I mean, I'm kind of lost. I realize that there was a petition, I realize people who've signed the petition who now would like to have their name off the petition, but I'm not clear why the petition, what the purpose of the petition was.
To be
Just 1 minute, sir.
to be unincorporated,
Beg your pardon?
to be unincorporated, not
That's
to
a
have a
benefit?
city, not to have the city,
I mean, maybe, but you see that as a benefit?
I guess. Yeah.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
That's why I signed the petition.
Well-
I thought it was.
I've owned property out there in Mount
You
Lake
know,
for 21
yeah.
years. And the road in front of my house has never been gravelled. And when it was gravelled, we had to pay for it ourselves. That's why we pay city taxes.
That seems like a city issue to me, sir.
Right,
Can
right,
I
I
ask a
mean,
question?
but they don't maintain the city. The ditches don't get cleaned out. I mean, it's a mess. In front of my house is about, I'd say maybe a half acre of park. I keep it cut so my grandkids can play out there without stepping on a snake. I mean, they just don't maintain.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes, go ahead.
And are you a proponent of the petition or opponent?
Do you agree
I'm
with the
for
petition?
Beg
Okay.
your pardon?
I'm for the petition.
Okay, and you see that that would benefit you more